pointed out here on the front page of the Times of India. It says another Supreme Court related story, but important and one that needs your attention as well, ladies and gentlemen, because the Supreme Court has slammed the Gujarat High Court. Why? For counter-blast order. The Gujarat High Court once again came under criticism from the Supreme Court for passing an order to counterblast the order of the apex court that had disapproved the High Court's lackadaisical approach in dealing with the plea of a 25-year-old woman for medical termination of pregnancy. A bench of Justices B.V. Nagaratna and Ujjal Bhuyan, which had on Saturday passed observation against the High Court for causing delay in deciding the abortion plea and dismissing it without uploading the order, expressed displeasure with the Gujarat High Court when it was informed that the High Court had passed a reasoned order on the same day after the hearing in the apex court. We do not appreciate the High Court's counterblast to the Supreme Court's orders, is what the bench said. The Supreme Court is quoted here as well. It says, we do not appreciate the High Court's counterblast to the Supreme Court's order. What is happening in the High Court of Gujarat? Question mark. Do judges reply like this to a superior court's order? These kinds of attempts are being made by High Court judges to circumvent something that the Supreme Court has said.
It just shows.
So, can the High Court, with these counterblast orders, circumvent what the Supreme Court is saying is the bigger question here.
There have been instances in which some of the judges, it's not only Gujarat High Court, tried to circumvent when it came to the Supreme Court order, and you have judges and in fact raising that issue as well. And one of the judges I remember a long back case, in fact asked who that judge was who gave that order that tried to dilute the Supreme Court's judgment. So this was during Mr. Mishra's tenure as the CJI. So there have been several instances in which this has happened, and this is another instant of which
the court expressed surprise.
Seems to be directly in complete countering the SE in this.
And
I
does that often happen? The court expressed surprise on how the Gujarat High Court can pass an order in a case that has already been disposed of, and that too without giving notice to the party. No court in India can pass an order like this on a Saturday against a superior court order. There was no need for the High Court to justify, said the bench. So it seems like it became more of a prestige issue, and the Gujarat High Court sort of like looked up to the Supreme Court, but became a situation of showing the torchlight to the sun. It seems like
it looks like that. That's the kind of situation. But then it's also kind of worrisome that, you know, at the end of the day, what the Supreme Court say becomes the law of the land, law of all the states in this country. So there cannot be a separate kind of an interpretation to that judgment, the Supreme Court's judgment, and I think that is where the learned justices have hit out on that.